involved, trading with the United States, but not being the poodle of the United States. What do you think?
Yes, it's true. We got to be in the center of Europe, but not controlled by Europe. That is as simple as that. I mean, we're not going to get out of European Union. It's very important for Britain. Political and trade relations with Europe is very important, equally important with the United States. And it's true, we don't have to be a poodle for United States. We have to have a partnership in political decisions. That's what the Labour government were. And I could assume, the Lib Dems haven't had experience in government yet, but I would imagine that under our...
I think I know what you're going to say. What? Finish your sentence.
I would say William Hague would have been an excellent foreign secretary. He had a very good grip of foreign policies. He stands on his feet, and he will be respected all over the world.
A lot of people, the British electors, when you ask them about the Liberal Democrats, your party, and foreign policy, they worry that Britain would be a poodle to the interests of a number of countries, would want to join a European superstate, would distance Britain from the United States and become part of some big EU superstate, maybe even joining the Euro, which your leader was very, very equivocal on last night. Can you defend your reputation?
He was not equivocal. He said very clearly there are specific elements which need to be met before we join the Euro. That's very clear. The second thing is we cannot be an isolationist state. Governments and countries are coming together in trading blocks, in military blocks. We have to be part of the future, which is Europe, but also keep a very positive and open relationship with the US and other countries. This is not just about having a relationship with the US and Europe. This is about having a relationship, as I said before, to some degree on an equal footing with other countries. China, India are rapidly growing countries. The Middle East deserves respect after, frankly, the mess we have left some of that country in.
All right, thank you very much. Time for our next question from the streets of London.
Which political party should I vote for if I want world peace?
Which political party should she vote for if she wants world peace? Now, we all want world peace, but who is best placed to achieve it? Wafiq?
Conservatives.
Really? Why do you say that? What is there about your track record in government that would make somebody looking at your party think, yes, I want world peace, the Conservatives believe in that?
They do. I mean, Conservatives, world peace came after the Second World War because of Churchill. So the Conservatives...
But Churchill had been in several parties before he became a Conservative.
Oh, mainly Conservative.
But what about then? What about your keenness on nuclear weapons, on renewing the British Trident missile defence system? Now, some people say that is completely in contrast, that lies in contrast with the desire for world peace. You should be looking to disarm, not get more nuclear weapons.
Well, would you think Great Britain will disarm in the current state of the world, whereas many countries having nuclear weapons piled up everywhere or aspiring to have nuclear weapons? I think it will be foolish to...
Fiaz, over to you on that, because the Lib Dems have a very different policy from Labour and Conservative.
Yes, absolutely. Well, let's come back to this. Consistently, when there has been action across the globe, we have said it needs to be multilateral action rather than unilateral action. Let's look at the track record. Let's put this fact. Who voted for unilateral action on issues like Iraq? It was both the other parties. Who's voted consistently for more spending in terms of armed intervention? It's been the Labour Party. We've had more wars under the Labour Party than, frankly, we've had in other governments before. So the reality is, if you want a party that stands for multilateral, global reconciliation and also working with other governments to find peaceful reconciliation, you need to look at an alternative, not the other two. We are, I think, that alternative.
The phone lines are red hot. The phone lines are red hot. Yeah. We've got Mo who's talking to us. Are you in London, Mo? Good evening.
I'm in London. I'm West London.
Okay, what's your question?
The other question I have is Conservative. Conservative, what will you do if it's coming, there's a neighbour's country, they ban and they're targeting what you call 28 days anti-terror, which you signed agreement with earlier last year. What will you do when it comes to next, after June, probably, or July, when it comes to neighbour's country, it's the 14th of July in France, Sarkozy will vote for the ban for burqa and hijab for Muslim women not to go to school, to university. What will your daughter what will you do? Will you send the Egyptian woman? She could not go to school as 16 years old girl. What will you do?
All right, thank you very much indeed for that. Wafik, very briefly, if you will.
About burqa?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, actually, my mother, she used to wear hijab, and a lot of my family, I'm a Muslim, and it's not unusual for me, and I think it's a choice.
But the Tories say we believe in one nation, we believe in one nation, and they want people to integrate. And if you wear the niqab or burqa, some people, including conservatives, say, well, you're trying to detach yourself, you're not integrating.
I think niqab in particular is a particular case, and it's very debatable. How can you be a teacher, for example, or a doctor or a nurse wearing niqab? You have to show your face, you have to show your eyes, to show your emotions and care. I mean, there's nothing to do with religion, actually. It's mainly culture, and I'm very well read about Islam, and I'm a Muslim myself, and I practice Islam. I don't think burqa has anything to do with it.
Fiaz, what about you? This is really a question of civil liberties, isn't it?
It's a personal. What I find is a real problem is that men in Parliament seem to know what women want best. The fact is, it is a personal choice of individuals, whether they want to wear it or not. It's their personal choice. But let me tell you this. There is a distinct basis, which my colleague here is not saying, that the Conservatives have a distinct division in their own party. The Kenneth Clarke angle, which talk about liberalism and free identity and the ability for people to wear what they want. And then there's the neocon side of the Tory party, which actually attacks, fundamentally, consistently attacks things related to Muslim communities. We're running out of time. I must allow Wafik briefly to respond to that.
That's totally untrue, and there's no factual support for that. The Conservative Party supports the freedom of women and men in this country, Muslim, Christian, Jews, non-religious. We are open church. It's a free country.
Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. It's been a very important, powerful, dynamic and inspirational debate. Thank you very much for coming in. So that's it for tonight. That's all we have time for today. Please join us tomorrow for another special edition of Vote 2, presented by Abdul Rahman Malik. Good evening to you.